I think that getting clarity and grounding are always my first things that I really try to look at with people, because when you're fully rested and you have clarity and you're grounded, you now can make better choices and decisions. And so when you get stress coming at you, you have a fortitude that you can see through it much easier than, say, when you're frazzled under stress or anything like that.
Hello, hello. Welcome to this time of contemplation with me, Christy Walker, your host, owner of Evolve, with my guest today, Ramsay Mead, owner of Camp Vortex in Landers, California. We're going to have a discussion today about our individual journey and our work. I'm happy for you to be here, Ramsay. So thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yes.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Look forward to hearing about what you're doing out there with Camp Vortex and sharing a little bit about my experience there. Well, I can share a little bit first, since this is my first episode to do. I am a nurse practitioner, certified yoga meditation teacher, and one of the passions I have is to create sacred spaces for inner transformation. I currently work in the greater Los Angeles area and in the nursing field, and also do humanitarian work abroad. And some of my own just experience has given me an intuitive gift and deep sensing and compassion for the human spirit. So I will just jump right in. Ramsay, I would love for you just to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you are doing, what you do.
Okay, sure. So I'm out here in Landers, California, which is basically the Joshua Tree area. I'm about probably 9-10 miles from the Joshua Tree. And I just, I've always liked the Mojave Desert, and I ended up out exploring out here many years ago. And then I had the opportunity, I think it was like probably 8 years ago, to do a retreat with a friend of mine. And as a result of that, I don't know, I guess kind of the magic happened, or a situation where I just really felt drawn to the area to do retreats and saw what it could provide for people coming into this area, this space. And then I just started building the business of doing retreats in that kind of capacity. And then I just decided I wanted to really own my own place, and made that happen, I guess, through COVID, and developed a few different properties, and then just kind of fell into, doing different things and working with different types of people, and, large groups to small one-on-one immersive situations, and just kind of doing all the things that I possibly have learned over the years, being able to integrate them into helping people in that capacity. And that's kind of what it translated to.
And I personally know firsthand, because I've been to your retreat space, and I've done a one-on-one intensive, which we are going to be coming together to do I'm going to be offering a women's retreat coming up in May for anyone who doesn't already know. So I'm very excited to share that experience. So tell me a little bit about what is different, what your wellness space offers through Camp Vortex.
Well, I would like to think it's different just for the fact that, I'm different, but there's a lot of things that I've pulled together, really maximizing the desert and what that represents, especially on a spiritual path. And I work with all types of people that are maybe further along on their spiritual evolution than maybe somebody that's just kind of getting introduced to that way of life. And it's always been my belief that everyone is evolved. It's just there's just fragmentations and there's a lot of separation from the individual to keep us from where we really want to be. And I just, looked at, different things that could really help people that maybe other people weren't doing, or maybe were just that how I could do them differently in my own unique way that I wanted to emphasize. And with that, there's a lot of different types of modalities that I have experienced over the years, personally myself, and then working with other people. And so I've integrated a lot of them and building out the space so it's more set up for the energetics of transferring the energy into the individual and giving them a place to really feel comfortable and step away from the direct impacts that they may be suffering in life at that time.
And I can share, I was looking as a busy professional as for a weekend getaway, and Ramsay, I told you your retreat popped up on Google, and I'm that person, that client, and I was like, I need to find a place. We had a connection over the phone, immediate connection, and that alone, as you said, people who've done these retreats, enough, and it's like, this is going to be a good experience. And it was everything that I had wanted. It is this sanctuary space out in the desert, underneath the stars, a lot of quiet, calm. We got to hike through Joshua Tree, do a lot of breath work, which I know we can't have so much time to go into, but I would love you to talk a little bit about, because it really was the sound energy work, how that you pull and tie that into the retreat.
Absolutely. And I must apologize. I don't have my gong up right now in the background, and I feel like I'm misrepresenting my space right now. But yeah, it was amazing having you out here, and I've been blessed to even call you a friend and get to know you. And I think you're amazing. And I try as a practitioner. One of the things I've learned is try to attract those that are going to resonate with you and what you offer, because the thing is the work that you're doing, it really has to, transfer and correlate with the people that are looking for that. And I was, I had to overcome a lot of challenges myself early in my life. And so I always look to, kind of be, a guide for people in that way. And so like I kind of see and feel myself in a lot of people, and that's how I think for I when I'm helping somebody, I'm getting a lot from it as well. And when I look at the space and what I always wanted to create was a place where people could come and perhaps break through a barrier or have a shift, but then come back when they need it, to always have that, like, and I'm so excited because I'm coming up on Monday with a woman. This would be I believe, her 5th time here.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just amazing. And I've been so fortunate since I have opened this space to work with all kinds of different types of people with traumas. And you don't have to have a particular trauma or anything. It's just the fact that you're just wanting to step away from, the chaos for a while, or whatever it may be. And so that's been kind of the real benefit for me.
What are, for listeners today, what are 3 recommendations you have for anyone that is looking to experience like a reset, a retreat? And maybe they're hesitant, or I don't know, they first time they're hearing about your space. What are 3 things you would want them to know, or messages you want to share?
Yeah, I think that, there's, there's a lot of different retreat options out there, and some people really enjoy being in a group setting, and some people they like the one-on-one immersive experience. It really depends on the individual, but, there's a lot of great, retreat spaces and offerings out there for sure. I think if it was a focus on 3 things that people, would benefit, like doing a retreat or coming into retreat, is that kind of what
Yep.
what
Yeah,
you're
like if
asking?
they're wanting, yeah, I would say like really want to experience a retreat, for whatever reason, even to
Yeah,
justify doing it. For some people,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I think that whenever, getting clarity and grounding are always my first things that I really try to look at with people, because when you're fully rested and you have clarity and you're grounded, you now can make better choices and decisions. And so when you
Mhm.
get stress coming at you, you're you have a fortitude that you can see through it much easier than, say, when you're frazzled under stress or anything like that. So I think that's the first thing, is that it provides an experience for you to step away. And what I always say is gain perspective on yourself. So wherever you are, a lot of times what I do is even as I'm perhaps sitting here, I remove myself out of my body, and I don't mean to sound, you know, very woo woo or anything like that, but just
Yeah,
to kind of step away and look at yourself in a more of a compassionate way. We tend to like put a lot of pressure on ourselves and expect a lot out of ourselves. And I think when you can at least come to that point where you can say, okay, maybe I need to step away from things for a while and just gain a little leverage. And it doesn't matter where you're at on the spiritual journey, or where you're at. I work with like business professionals that are just kind of teetering on the spirituality thing, that this provides a big step for people to kind of like think about that. The next thing is to perhaps um, move your body in a way which you feel the energetic power that you have in it, because a lot of times we we get trapped in a physicality, in a physical world, and we forget that we have this intrinsic energy in us that can really make huge improvements in our life. And again, we need to really reestablish our strength and our inner wisdom, and these are, they kind of go hand in hand together. Grounding, centering, and then really alivening the energetic component of our body. And then from there, just being able to really relax and be receptive to what that retreat or guide is offering. And if it's sound healing, um, if it's a, if it, any type of journey experience, meditation, training,
mhm,
um, that practitioner is probably doing what they do because they're passionate about it, which, you
yeah,
know, in the world we live in today, it's so important to be surrounded by people that are passionate. You know,
of that.
maybe they're not necessarily a bona fide expert to somebody that you may be familiar with or your expectations, but they're at least tapping into something that is coming from goodness, and that means something. Means something to me, and I admire that. And you know, being just letting down your guard and being able to absorb. If you really come into a retreat space and absorb everything that's there, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, you're retreating from life and you're coming in here, you're going to grab what you need. And when you step back into the existence that you have, you're going to have not only a different perspective, you're going to feel energetically different physically, and you have
Yeah,
a new lease on life, a new way of looking at things. And I think that, I mean, who doesn't need that? I mean, I have to sit myself down sometimes, Christy, and give myself
yeah.
an
I
adult
know, I
conversation.
know. Well,
And,
and the
and
teacher, the healer needs we need these retreats as much as, yeah, we offer them.
absolutely. I mean, you're doing, I mean, you should, you're going to be amazing at it. I think that, and what I like to do, it might, I end up doing a lot of immersives, and I do some groups from time to time, but I meet a lot of amazing practitioners like yourself. And it's like, I want them to use this space because I created this space for people to come here and be passionate. And, I think, good practitioner to me is people that want to share, people that have something to offer. And,
I love that.
you can be
Yeah.
creative in how you orchestrate that with your guest. And I think there's something really, I mean, I'll be honest, I think what I do, and the space that I offer and everything like that, is I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. It's the most rewarding experience. I absolutely love what I do. I never get tired of it. Most of my time, I'm trying to, if I deal with somebody that has a heavy trauma or whatever, I take a couple days to, just step away and clear myself, do the necessary things to really recharge. But I wouldn't want it any other way. And I think that whenever you can inspire people or connect with people that are in the same, you know, viewpoint, energy field as you, and bring them in, we're strengthening a conscious community that is needed now
Yeah.
more than ever. You know.
Believing Before Seeing, a new bestseller by Candace Barr. Order your copy today.
Absolutely. Yes, I love that. Well, and that's one of the things, I mean, I think that I would love to say you are a space holder, a healer, a torchbearer. You are helping to elevate the consciousness of humanity. And these are topics that can sound woo woo to some people, but I say it is part of the inner work, the inner journey. And it's the space. You are remarkable. I look forward to coming out and doing my own private retreat again, as well as hosting this upcoming women's yoga retreat.
Well, I think those of us who are not afraid to grow look at situations and certain offerings differently. And when you start looking at experiences and how enriching certain experiences can be, um, and not only when you receive them, but now when you can guide people and they can, kind of blossom in that way, it's pretty awesome. And I'm super excited about it. It's like I said, I don't really know what else I could do that would give me the satisfaction and rewards that I have. And thank you for saying all the nice things that you say. I mean, it's always nice when you connect with somebody and you resonate with them. Um, and
Well, and I mean, just like you shared, and I would love, we need to do another next episode because I want to talk more about, people are like, well, why are you even doing this work? And I think most of the way in is through pain and suffering. That's how I found my way into this deeper work. And it's almost like and this title of this episode was You Are the Medicine, the journey inward, being willing to peel back those layers, becoming a safe space for you, being able to show up for yourself, your physical body, your being, this container becoming a safe space. And, even in the medical world, like working with people in like Western world medicine, you cannot separate the two. Ramsay, thank you so much.
oh, my pleasure.
Any last thing you want to say about your details, how people can find you?
You can find me at campvortexretreats.com, and I'm out here in the Joshua Tree area, and we do immersives to group retreats and have wonderful people like Kristy doing these amazing offerings. So check us out, and we'd love to meet you and connect with you.
Amazing. Okay, I'm so excited. Yes, so Camp Vortex Retreats, and Ramsay inspired me. So there will be May the 17th through the 19th, a women's self-healing yoga retreat in Joshua Tree, with there will be another person there co-hosting, leading with me, and it's going to be a very intimate experience, a time of reset, a time of going inward, deeper reflection. There'll be guided meditation, yoga. We'll be doing sound healing, hiking through Joshua Tree, and leaving rejuvenated, refreshed. And I will just say one of the reasons I believe this was for me created is to help people who feel they're on the fringes of either burnout, seeking restoration. Burnout, again, exhaustion could be from work, relationship, um, recovering from an illness, going through starting a new chapter in your life, giving yourself permission to take this time is a gift for yourself as a reset. And I wanted to just read a quick little piece of poetry that really resonates and hopefully will resonate with you. by Shalina Alana. She's on, you can find her on Instagram and Facebook. She's got a book, but one of the things that she talks about is being brave enough to rise. And I'll just read it. It's like becoming the one is about owning your power, embodying radiance, honoring your truth, being brave enough to say, I'm sorry, being brave enough to say, I love you, to let go, to love again, being brave enough to be alone, to trust yourself, honor your life as your own, claim your power, own your fear. If you want more, wake up, claim it. Wild one, find your wings for your kin and every other person who truly cannot. For the sake of your life, be brave enough to rise. And I hope that you, and as I feel for myself, that we are truly we are so powerful in our own essence to realize that we're not here by chance. There's a reason that we are here in this space. And again, Ramsay, I'm so honored and thankful.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
And I don't know if we have a moment, but I could say I would love just to have a quiet moment, closing down the eyes. And if you would like, I wanted to lead us just through a moment of quiet, calm, connecting back to the breath, allowing your
Yep.
eyes to close down. And wherever you're at, seated in a chair, on a cushion, lying down, just closing your eyes, beginning to relax the hands, palms down for grounding, bringing the gaze to the back of the eyelid, and connecting here with your breath. Beginning to feel the breath traveling down all the way to the belly. And exhale, release. Beginning to feel the rise and fall of the belly with every inhale and every exhale, releasing, surrendering. Noticing subtle shifts in the body. With each inhale, feeling a little lighter. And on the exhale, just releasing whatever wants to go. And when you're ready, just opening the eyes, coming back into this present moment. Thank you for sharing in this space, in this time, with Ramsay Mead, with Camp Vortex. And my name again is Kristy, with Illume Evolve, and we'll be hosting a yoga retreat May the 17th through the 19th in Landers outside of Joshua Tree. You can sign up through the website at illumemeditate.com or follow me at Evolution W Christy for more information. And Ramsay, I look forward to our next episode together.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Thank you. And thank you so much for watching this show. And we will see you next week. Look forward to sharing more about the inward journey and doing deeper reflection. Have a wonderful day.